Good morning, everyone. Our topic for today is Lesson 4-1 Multiply decimals by powers of 10. You will find this lesson in page 165 up to page 168 from your book. Here are the learning objectives for today's lesson. Use knowledge about place value and patterns to find the product of decimal number and power of 10. Solve more problems involving multiplying decimals by powers of 10. So here are the different lesson or parts of the lesson that we're going to focus on. The solve and share essential question, guided practice, independent practice, and the mathematical practices and problem solving. Let's start with the solve and share. Javier is helping his parents up posters in their movie theater. Each poster has a thickness of 12,000 inches. How thick is a stack of 10 posters? How thick is a stack of 100 posters? And how thick is a stack of 1,000 posters? So if we're going to analyze the student work, Isha used mental math to solve each part of the problem and provide a written explanation of the pattern observed. She said that she knows that 1.2 multiplied by 10 is 12 and 0.12 or 12 hundredths multiplied by 10 is 1.2. So 0.012 multiplied by 10 is 0.12 and 0.012 multiplied by 100 is 1.2 and 0.012 multiplied by 1000 is equivalent to 12. So what she did based on her explanation, she moved the decimal point one place value to the right for every zero in 10, 100, or 1000. In short, if it is multiplying by 10, one zero means one movement from the decimal. 100, two zeros, so two movements from the decimal going to the right. And 1000, three zeros, so three movements going to the right from the decimal. For Jarek's work, Jarek correctly identifies the three parts of the problem, but does not work out the calculations or provide an explanation. So Keisha's work is complete. So what patterns can help you multiply decimals by powers of 10? A baker has a 10-pound bag of pecans and 100-pound bag of flour. How many cups of each ingredient does the baker have? So as you can see, the flour is 3.63 cups per pound. And the pecans, we have 4.2 cups per pound. So what are we going to do is you just simply multiply 3.63 multiplied by 100. So the standard form, when you multiply, the standard form multiplied by 10, multiplied by 100, and multiplied by 1000 is the same as the exponential form, which is 10 to the first power, because that is 10 times 1 is 10. 10 to the second power, 10 times 10 is 100. And 10 to the third power means 10 times 10 times 10 is 1000. So, if the given number is multiplied by 10 or 10 to the first power, there in 10 we have 1 0, and 10 to the first power we have 1 as an exponent. The number of 0 is the same as the number of exponent. So in short, the number of 0 is the number of movement from the decimal. So if that is 3.63 multiplied by 10, I have 1 0, so one movement going to the right. So my decimal now is in between 6 and 3. So my answer is 36.3. The same thing if the given is exponent. The number of exponent is the number of movement going to the right. So 10 to the first power, 1 exponent. So from the decimal, move 1. So my decimal now is in between 6 and 3. That's why the answer is 36.3. The same thing if it is multiplied by 100. 3.63 multiplied by 100. So I have two zeros. The number of zeros is the number of movement from the decimal. So I need to move 2. So my decimal is at the end of the digit. If the decimal is at the end of the digit, it means your answer is a whole number because that is 363 or 363.0 because 0 has no value. So the same thing if you're going to use the exponent, we have 2 as an exponent. 2 means 2 movement going to the right. So from the decimal, move 2, 1, and 2. So your decimal is at the end. That's why the answer is 363. And if it is multiplied by 1,000, 3.63 multiplied by 1,000, you have 3 zeros, so 3 movements going to the right. 1, 2, and 3. So your decimal is here. But there is a missing number. If there is a missing number, you need to put 0. That's why the answer is 3,630 because we need to add 1 0. And the decimal is at the end of the 0. So that is a whole number. So if you're going to multiply by an exponent, 3 as an exponent signifies 3 movements going to the right from the decimal. So 1, 2, and 3. So you need to add 1 0. That's why the answer is 3,630. The shortcut way, if it is multiplied by 10, 100,000, or 10 to the first, 10 to the second, or 10 cube, the movement is going to the right and start from the decimal point. The number of 0 and the number of exponent is the number of movements. Continue the pattern to find number of cups of 100, 1,000, and 10,000. So 4.2 multiplied by 10 squared. So 2 means 2 movements, 1 and 2. So my decimal is at the end, then I need to add 0, that's why 420. 3. So 1, 2, and 3. So my decimal is at the end, so I need to add 2 zeros, that's why the answer is 4,200. To the fourth, 4 movements, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I need to add 3 zeros, so the answer is 42,000. So 100 pound of pecans has 420 cups. 1,000 pound of pecans has 4,200 cups. And 10,000 pound of pecans has 42,000 cups. You can use patterns to multiply decimal. So multiply 3.63 by 1 by 1/10 and 1/100. So 3.63 by 1, any number multiplied by 1 is equal the number. So there's no changes. But what if you're going to multiply a decimal, which is 1/10, 1/100? Okay, so if it is 1/10, 1 over 10. Okay, so the other one is 100. So here, instead of moving to the right, you need to move to the left. Okay, so 1/10 means 1 movement going to the left. So my decimal now is there before 3. So the answer is 0.363. 100, it means 2 movements going to the left. So 1 and 2, my decimal is there. So I need to add 1 0. So my answer is 0.0363. Let's answer this one. Tell how you can use mental math to find 45.8 multiplied by 10 cubed and 45.8 multiplied by 0.01. I told you if it is multiplied by 10, 100, 1,000, or 10 to the first power, 10 to the second power, or 10 cubed, the movement is always going to the right. Okay? So from the decimal. If there is no decimal, start at the end of the digit. So 45.8 multiplied by 10 cubed, I'm going to move the decimal going to the right. How many times? 3 times because the exponent is 3. So 1, 2, and 3. So I need to add 2 zeros. So that is 45,800. But here, I'm going to move to the left 2 times because this is 100s. So 1 and 2. So my decimal now is before 4. So my answer is 0.458. So, in short, we need to move the decimal point 3 places to the right for 45.8 multiplied by 10 cubed, and 2 places going to the left for 45.8 multiplied by 100. Now, let's find the product. This is multiplied by 10. It means going to the right. How many times? 1 only because we have 1 0. So if I move the decimal going to the right, the decimal now is in between the two zeros. The answer is 900. The exponent is 3. It means going to the right 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. I will add 2 zeros because there are 2 missing numbers. So the answer is 3100. The exponent is 2. It means going to the right from the decimal. 1 and 2. So my decimal now is in between 6 and 2. So the answer is 6.2. This one multiplied by 100. So if it is multiplied by 0.1, 0.01, 0.001, it means move to the left. This is 1 time, second times, and 3 times. So this is 0.01. It means 2 times going to the left. 1 and 2. So I have decimal here. Then I need to add 0. So the answer is 0.0124. Now it's your turn. Pause the video and answer the given questions. Time is up. So the answers are 42.3, 4.23, 0.43. Number 7.86, number 8.6, 86. Number 8, 0.637 or 637 thousandths, 56,370, 3,650, 502,000, 94,600, 94 and 63 hundredths, 678,000, and 6 and 817 thousandths. Number 16, 17, and 18. So we're going to use the table to find the answer. So number 16, Monroe uses a microscope to observe a specimen in science class. The microscope enlarged object 100 times. So it means we need to multiply all of this into 100 times to find out the answer. So if I'm going to multiply this by 100, it means 2 movements going to the right because I have 2 zeros. So if I move 2 going to the right, so the answer is 0.8 or 0.8. Move 2, the answer is 1.1. Move 2, the answer is 0.25. Move 2, so the answer is 0.4. So that is the answer for number 16. Number 17, Monroe's teacher wants each student to draw a sketch of the longest specimen. So the longest specimen, you need to start from the whole number. They are all 0. So move to the next one. They are all 0. Move to the next one. 0, 1, 0, 0. So the longest is 0.011, which is specimen. Number 18. Seen through the microscope, a specimen is 0.75 centimeter long. So it means 0.75 centimeter long. So what is the actual length? So to find the actual length, you need to multiply by what? 0.75 multiplied by 0.01. So how to multiply? 0.01 is 100. So move to the left 2 times 1 and 2. So the answer is 0.0075. Okay? So those are the answers from number 16 of question number 18. Number 19. Glance binoculars enlarge objects 10 times their actual size. If the length of an ant is 0.43 inches or 43 hundredths, what is the length as seen up close through his binoculars? So multiply by 10. So movement going to the right from the decimal. So my decimal now is in between 4 and 3. So the answer is 4.3 inches. Number 20. Jefferson drew a line 9.5 inches long. Brittany drew a line 10 times as long. What is the difference in length between the two lines? So Jefferson drew 9.5 and it is 10 times. So 10 times means move to the right 1 time. So Brittany has 95 inches. So to find the difference, I'll just subtract 95 minus 9.5 for Jefferson. So I'll just need to put 0 here. This becomes 4. This becomes 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 4 minus 9 cannot be. We need to borrow from 9. 9 becomes 8 and 4 becomes 14. So 14 minus 6 is 5. So then bring down 8. So the answer is 85.5 inches. Number 21. Jose ran 2.6 miles. Mabel ran 2.60 miles. Who ran further? Explain your reasoning. So, of course, Jose and Mabel run the same distance because 2.6 is equivalent to 2.60 because 0 has no value. And both those are in the ones place and both 6 are in the tens place. Number 22. Choose all equations that are true. So multiply by 1,000, three movements, 1, 2, and 3. So I'll just only add 1. So the answer is 4,820, not 482,000. 2 is an exponent, so move 2, 1, and 2, so 482, so that is correct. 1 is an exponent, so move 1, so the answer is 4.82, not 48.2. 3 exponent, move 3, 1, 2, and 3. So for 82, that's correct. And 4 an exponent, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it should be 482, not 4,820. Next, this is 0.01.1. So it means going to the left. This is 100, so going to the left. There is no decimal. I told you if there is no decimal, start at the end. So 1 and 2, so the decimal now is here. So 0.37 is correct. Next, 0.1 means, or 1/10 means one movement going to the left. 1. So 0.037 or 0.037 is correct. 0.1 or 1/10 from the last digit because there is no decimal, I move 1 to the left. So the answer must be 37, not 3.7. And 0.01, two movements, 1 and 2. My decimal is here. I need to add 0. So 0.0037, not 0.037. And 100s, two movements, 1 and 2. So the answer is point. Then I need to add 0.037. So 0.037 is also correct. That's it. Thank you so much and have a nice day.